What was supposed to be a festive Sunday turned into doomsday for residents of Tundumbiri community who were marking the Eid Maulud, an event by Muslims to commemorate the birth of Prophet Muhammad. During a routine mission against terrorists in the area by the Nigerian army, an unmanned aerial vehicle mistakenly bombed the locals who gathered in a particular location. But what went wrong during the operation?
Abin da shi mai unguwan yankin yake gaya mana yau da safe estimate din kusan mutum sama da 85 sun mutu, kuma akalla mun ɗigo mutum 66 yanzu da haka mun kawo su nan asibiti domin Samuel Alwasi magana da kansilan mu na wannan yankin yace maza mu kwaso su duka mutanen a zo a kawo su asibiti. To yanzu muna nan barar duka da su kuma suna samun kulawa Allah da kamar yadda kuka ga zuwa gani yanzu.
Search and rescue efforts are still ongoing. We will communicate to members of the press further development as we receive. We are sad by this unfortunate incident, and Kaduna State government, under the leadership of Senator Obasani, has condoled members of the entire community. Similarly, government had an interaction or a closed-door meeting with critical stakeholders and other religious leaders, where issues regarding what happened were discussed in detail.
The National Emergency Management Agency puts the fatality figure at 85, while 66 others sustained varying degrees of injuries and are presently being treated at the Barao Diko Teaching Hospital in the Kaduna State capital.
We are still assessing them. Some are already in the theater. We are going to assess the extent of injuries, right? Some have very blunt abdominal injuries, some have lacerating abdominal injuries with so much massive bleeding. Some have some very bad fractures, right? Some have certain other injuries that we are going to assess. Some have been taken to the theater.
Following the incident, the Kaduna State government summoned an emergency security meeting on Monday, which was attended by heads of security agencies, traditional and religious leaders, as well as representatives of Tundumbiri community. Now, Obasani has expressed sadness over the unfortunate incident and has therefore ordered a thorough investigation into the bombing of civilians in a state that has been fatigued by lingering insecurity over the past 7 years. Although the army has explained that terrorists often deliberately embed themselves within civilian population centers in order for civilian population to bear the consequences of their atrocities, what's clear, however, is that this is not the first time innocent civilians have been killed in accidental bombings by the military.
It has been happening, really, in some states. So that it shouldn't be repeated from state to state. If not, people will have a different interpretation in the whole issue. So there is need for the government, more especially security agents, those around. Such operations should be thoroughly done before it happens.
So far, the remains of the victims have been laid to rest in accordance with their religious beliefs, while search and rescue operations are still ongoing in Tundumbiri community to ascertain the actual number of casualties and the level of devastation from the airstrike.